Hello, Jesse Phillips again. Today we're going to switch it up a little bit. Here at MOA we've been doing a lot of tactical type guns, pistols, rifles, ARs. What we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead, disassemble a Remington 870 Express and lube it up with our MOA product. So, first thing we're going to do before we get started, make sure the weapon has been cleared out. So, go ahead, back, clear. Alright, so go ahead and break it down. Alright, so area we're going to start on first. We're going to go ahead and start with the barrel. Alright, so one thing a lot of people see with a shotgun is they'll start to see a lot of rust on the barrel, especially the guys who go out there going for duck. Alright, especially if you don't have a weapon that's been completely waterproofed. So what we're going to do for the barrel itself, since external part of the gun, we're going to use the MOA conditioner and protectant. Alright, so we're just going to spray it down. All sides. We're just going to wipe it, smooth all of that out. What that's going to do is that's going to get in there, and that's really going to help protect against that rust and corrosion. Alright, it's also going to help kind of restore the finish a little bit, make it look nice and new. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our sponge applicator with a few drops of the synthetic gun oil. We're going to do the inside here, right where the chamber is. All right, it's already starting to look a little bit better. All right, once you've done that, go ahead and we're going to grab our receiver. We're going to do the same thing, use that protectant on the outside and along the magazine tube. Wipe that down, nice and shiny. Like we said on all of our videos, alright, this stuff does not hurt any part of your weapon, it only makes it better. Alright, so don't worry about getting that on your synthetic or wood stock. It's only going to make it look better. Alright, now for the inside of the receiver. Again, the same thing. We're going to go ahead, get a few drops. That sponge applicator, and we're going to start working on the inside. Especially here where the barrel sits inside the receiver. Alright, so that grinding eventually is just going to start to wear down that metal. So what we want to do is really focus in on this area inside here. Alright, also going to get a little on the inside here where that slide and bolt keeps coming back and forth. Along the area where your forend is going to keep coming back and forth. All right, we got the inside nice and lubed up. Let's go ahead and focus in on our forend here. Just going to give it a little bit. And just wipe it down. Just get in there and really try to protect that metal. Some more of the oil. Go ahead and lube up our bolt. Outside and on the inside, around that firing pin inside there. And your bolt face where your extractor is. Alright, and then for the slide itself, we're going to go ahead and swap out these applicators. As you can see, I'm already pulling corrosion. All that's coming off of there. Alright, so once we've got all that, we're going to go ahead and grab our grease. Focus in on the areas we need to focus in on. So, just a little bit of that grease. Alright, actually, before we do that. Alright, so once we've lubed up with the gun grease, what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of wipe it out, spread it out a little bit, try to get any of that excess buildup off. MOA is already starting to work. Starts getting in there, pulling all of that crud and crap out of there. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and apply a little bit of that grease to these applicators. And we're going to start lubing up the slide. Or excuse me, the bolt. Going to lube up the bolt here. Nice, smooth, even coat of that grease. All right, because that bolt's constantly coming back and forth with that fore end. Every time you pump it, load another round, she's coming back and forth. All right, so what we're going to try to do is kind of dissipate that friction a little bit, make it run smoother, get rid of any grinding noise we might hear. Do the same thing with your slide because your bolt sits on top of your slide, especially around the edges here. Take a little bit more. Lube up your fore end. Nice thin coat. All right, once we're done with that, we're going to go ahead and take care of our receiver. Get in there with those shell latches. Shell latches would actually feed that ammo out of your tube up into your chamber. Make sure we get in there. Any of those parts that are moving up and down, any areas you hear any of that grinding, you want to get in there. All right, so now that we've got all that taken care of, let's go ahead and cap off our tubes here. Start getting her put back together. All right, first thing we're gonna do, grab our fore end. Slide's gonna sit on top of that. Bolt's gonna sit on top of that. Just gonna feed in there. Like that. Get our magazine, spring, and cap placed in there. So that's on. Go ahead and install our barrel back on. Magazine cap. Give her a quick wipe down on the outside, even out any of that might have built up a little bit. All right, already a lot better. All right, Jesse Phillips just finished cleaning a Remington 870 Express. Let's go get some duck.